All right, so a lot of people are upset about Donald Trump talking about doing away with the Department of Education. It is not because he doesn't care about kids or school, okay? I was a teacher for about 20 years. I got out of teaching because I couldn't stand any more of the nonsense after Common Core. Things just started going downhill after that, and they have not gotten any better. So here's the thing. The Department of Education, you would think, is looking out for the best interests of the kids, keeping checks and balances on the education system, but they're really not, okay? And the whole thing is just really messed up. A lot of people don't realize, but when you become a teacher, you have to, if you're working for a school district, you have to join the teachers union. Even if you're not in favor of the things that they do, you still have to pay your dues out of every paycheck. And they do expect you to be involved. They do expect you to, I know when my mom and I both were working for school districts, and they didn't like it that we weren't joining in. So that was kind of an issue. But here's the other thing, is tenure is a huge issue. And I know that a lot of people don't really understand how that works, but long ago, in my state anyway, tenure required like 7 years of good teaching. You had to prove that your kids were progressing, and you had to have been there that many years. That number has gotten down further and further and further, and a lot of states don't even require teachers to prove any positive outcomes. So this is why you have a lot of really terrible teachers who are lazy and don't want to do their job, but there's nothing ever done about them. And in fact, it goes even further than that. A lot of people will tell you this isn't really true, but it is, because I saw it firsthand. My brother, who has special needs, when we were in high school, his teacher, who worked one-on-one with him, slapped him in the face, and after school he was crying. And I asked him what happened. He first didn't want to tell me. Then when he did tell me, he told me that his teacher slapped him in the face. I went immediately to the office and reported it. They did all these things and determined that yes, she did do this, but she didn't get fired. They made it to where she wasn't to be one-on-one with my brother anymore, but she didn't have any punishment. In fact, I'd say that she had kind of a positive outcome, because they still let her do her job. So doing his lessons and things like that, doing his grading, she was still involved with all of his education. She just wasn't allowed to be one-on-one with him. So nothing was really done. And then that was just with him. So any other student after that, she was able to work with. So, and this happens all the time, way more often than you would realize, because once they're tenured, it is very hard for a district to fire them, because they can come back after them and say that, make up any reason why that's unlawful or why that's not right. And because of the tenure laws, a lot of times they win.